The Sailor Jimmy podcast is brought to you by our friends over at Rooftop Solutions. Steven Smolko and his team are the best in the roofing business. Give us a call at 832-512-5758. Again, that's 832-512-5758. Welcome to the Sailor Jimmy podcast, your one-stop shop for raw takes on current events, sports, news, and everything in between. Inspiring people to chase their dreams, share their success stories, and find joy in life. Now, here's your captain at the helm, U.S. Navy veteran, Jimmy Rogers.
Welcome into episode 3, season 3 of the Sailor Jimmy podcast. Today we have the lovely Caitlyn Warren, who's you're starting to become a permanent co-host here. And then we also have today Cody Hibbard, Texas country music artist, good friend of mine. Welcome to the show.
From way back.
Cody, welcome to the show. We like to start the show off doing rapid fire, so we're going to throw some questions at you, get your brain moving a little bit. So we're looking for one word. We always say this every week. We're looking for one-word responses. So don't overthink it. Just the first word that comes to mind.
Okay.
Caitlyn, you want to do it?
Sure. Let's see. What is your dream job?
Singer.
If you could cure the world of any problem, what would it be?
Work ethic.
Man, that's a good one. We haven't heard that one on the show yet.
No. What's your favorite superhero?
I guess my dad.
Ooh, okay. Who inspires you?
Jimmy.
That's so funny you say that, because I thought when I was typing this question earlier, I was like, I bet he's going to say me just to be funny.
Not very many people inspire me anyways. Yeah.
Well, thank you, man.
You do.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite concert ever played?
Concert in the country.
Oh, this guy's
2020
brown
edition.
today.
I should have sat by you.
Yeah.
No.
He was pretty sharp.
Yeah,
on
it was that was definitely one of the most rewarding concerts I've ever done, for sure.
Yeah.
It was just I'm big on of course fans coming out, reaction. I mean, that's what every artist strives for, but I enjoy there's a place in Boulder City we play that they started a food truck. Now they own like a whole street of just restaurants, and it's just cool to, like I said, work ethic, to watch where it starts from. And I came in when you guys were relatively still kind of building. I mean, but what you guys have built into, and
It's the same for you, watching you from, man, I met you, I think you were barely getting started, maybe less than a year into your journey.
Yeah,
and
I'd say so.
To see where you, from then to now, work ethic and just the grind and how far you've come. You passed a lot of people real fast. So you inspired me too, man.
It's all work ethic and good friends. I mean, giving me a shot, and that's kind of what this whole thing is. And you get that shot, you just got to take it. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be honest with you. I'm just sitting there playing music.
Do
and
most of us know what we're doing?
Right, no. That's what you get, the one life to live, and I don't think anyone really knows how to live it besides trying to do the right thing. So
how long have you been playing music?
Almost 3 years now.
Wow.
Professionally, I guess you could say. I started doing my first, I guess professionally would be when you're making money.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I guess. I
guess.
We're playing for women.
I don't think you can call yourself a professional singer because you're making money, because there's a lot of, no offense to anybody, but there's a lot of people out there that sing for $150. I wouldn't necessarily say they're professional singers. It's something maybe they do on the side, but
I always say,
I think if you quit your day job and you're doing it and you're traveling and stuff like that, I think then you become like a professional.
I
if
make
we're going off
$150 for not singing.
There.
They normally kick me off, so.
I guess if we're doing day job, I quit my day job a year and 2 months ago.
Congrats.
But I always tell people it's when I dropped my first single. Kind of, it's pretty much when, which it really is, pretty much when I first started. It was September 2019, so what was that, 2.5 years ago?
Right.
So
Wow.
we've been doing it.
Let's go through some of these answers you gave on rapid fire.
Yeah.
You said your dream job was to be a singer, so you're living your dream job.
Say it every night, every show.
If you could cure any problem in the world, it would be work ethic. I think that's very interesting, because I haven't heard anybody say that yet, Caitlyn, but work ethic is huge on me too. And most people, they want success, but they don't want to work for it.
Yeah.
And imagine if everybody in the world had great work ethic. It'd be a weird world.
Yes.
It would be a weird world.
You cure the world of laziness.
I don't know if I'd have a job.
Yeah.
I get most of my jobs because people aren't good at their
Yeah,
job.
that's true. How much work would there be out there if everybody was just great at everything?
Right.
You know, somebody's got to do the crappy stuff.
It's true.
Think how much better the world would be. Like how much better, like, imagine like what is it, like the trucks these days aren't built like they used to. It's like you hear old heads all say that all the time, and imagine if like everyone just got together and just decided that everything needed to be great. Yeah, it'd be great.
I got to be honest with y'all. I get really angry about work ethic with other people. Like it's one thing. Like now that you bring it up, like it bothers me like wholeheartedly, and sometimes I probably overreact to like my staff and stuff because I expect them to have the same work ethic as me, and they just not everybody does.
Yeah.
But it's something that really grinds my gears. So
It happened to me right before this show, so I get it.
did it?
There's one of those moments where you're just like, am I overreacting or should I be a little stricter?
With somebody that works for you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Jimmy overreacted on you.
Definitely Jimmy.
Oh, yeah. It's always Jimmy. Yeah.
Hey, I'm a punching bag for everybody. Bring it on. But in the military, they teach you work ethic. So then you know, a lot of veterans
but
struggle with it
You
when
were
they
in the
come out.
Navy, so
Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Yeah.
Yes,
It was
technically
cute.
so. Technically, so was I. So now you're bending both of
Yeah,
us.
nice.
Yeah.
Get her out of here.
Yeah.
Security,
Yeah.
get her off
I'm
the
off
show.
this podcast. This one. That was
You're outnumbered
only
and-
towards Jimmy.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah.
It's supposed to be fun.
I apologize to all the sailors out there who are offended by that.
Hey, I'm a sailor. I wasn't in the Navy.
Oh,
I sail.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Your ex-husband was a
A captain.
captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a boat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
And they also are called
We call-
pilots.
They're
which a lot of
actually
people
called
don't know.
ships,
Well, that's true. They are called ships.
but we can call it a boat too.
Yeah.
You said that I inspired you. Thank you very much. You inspire me.
Yes.
And then your favorite concert in the country. That's pretty humbling for you to say that. I know you've played a lot of great shows. You
Yeah.
played with Cody Johnson. Haven't you played with Cody Johnson?
Cody Johnson.
Some big time.
Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Easton Corbin. Like just a bunch of good. Randall King. Bunch of good guys. And yeah, I mean,
Who was the headliner of the year you played concert in the country?
it was Easton.
Easton.
Yeah. That's the first time I met him. You know, like I said, I go into it and, you know, most of your shows are pretty much the same. Bands know the music.
Yeah.
You have a lot of fun. You give them what they're, and that's what, you know, goes back to work ethic. Like, you want to put in the work because they put the work in
Sure.
to spend money on your tickets and merch. So we want to give them the same show every single night, and we do. I mean, we still get them ones that are complete duds, and you still you smile on, you play, but
You still do that shot deal?
yeah,
Where
the
you-
drinking game at the end.
Yeah.
Yes, but I no longer participate. We bring the opener back on and make them do it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
Nice.
good.
Yeah. You
Why
know.
were you just getting too hammered?
Well, it was just I'm not a big, like, I don't even drink through the week, honestly.
Yeah.
So it's like hard for me to like get that like going back again. Like, I don't know. I guess
We're
I'm telling
forcing
my
you to drink
secrets,
today.
but yeah. No, that's all, I don't mind a little whiskey every once in a while, but
He makes enough money now that he doesn't have to do it.
well, it's more fun because honestly, I'll tell you why. Me and Trevor, you know Trevor, my guitar
Yeah.
player. We're this is the part where we are lazy, and we haven't come up with any new songs for the game here. So we,
And then the truth comes out.
right. So I was like, you know what?
I was like, you really?
yeah.
All openers,
Right.
take note.
If you get you find a video of the game, let's just study up on that. You know.
So do you
If
go to
you're
the
an
opener before the show and like, hey man, I'll bring you back up?
Yeah, I have
We're gonna
to.
play this game. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if you don't drink. You're gonna drink tonight.
No, that's what, like my last one we had last week, I texted him before. I said, and the first, it's always, are you 21? Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right.
That's good.
Do you have a driver?
ethic,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Moral.
All right.
Before you tell them what you're about to tell them.
Yes. And then,
So don't give them an excuse.
and then they're always scared and they're like, "Wow, what's up, man? Do I need to get a driver or do I?" Just be ready. And then we bring them up, and
Just
it's
be
always
ready.
I feel bad because the songs that, like I said, me and Trevor's been playing this for I don't know how long now, and we bring the opener up hoping they know something, and 9 times out of 10 they don't know any of them.
Oh, no.
So they're
Just so you know, Caitlyn, before he finishes. So what they do is his guitar player starts playing like a beat or a
We call it a random riff.
random.
Okay.
Okay, so it's and then if Cody knows a song, you start singing it.
Yeah, we do like a burst. It start off as a medley,
Yeah.
and then I don't know. I was just like, why don't we just add a little extra? You don't see that.
If
Like,
you don't know the song, then he has to take a shot.
right.
Okay.
And then if I get it, if I got it right, me and the crowd got it right, because that's what the crowd would be singing it, and it's just popular music, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Trevor used to take a shot, and then I was just like, I'm not doing this every single freaking show. So we started bringing up. We had Chad Cook band. This last one, we played a festival together, and Chad was already pretty lit before the show.
Right.
So I brought him back on.
Oh wow, but that was interesting.
He didn't know a single one.
Oh,
no.
man.
And he's not
So how many do you typically play?
It just depends how the crowd's acting.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we've done.
When you were at Sawyer, y'all did it maybe 7 or 8.
As I say, we've done
You got to take a shot.
because there was
every
a
time.
ton of people at Sawyer, and that's what. Yeah.
If the crowd's having fun with it, I'm sure you guys just keep going.
Which
with it.
we used to. I'm telling all the secrets. We used to water them down.
Yeah.
I was
so it
gonna
wasn't
say,
so
did
bad.
You ever put,
But for the
Coke or-
openers, we don't.
Yeah.
Which is
For the
straight.
openers, we don't.
Yeah.
That's great.
Now, granted, I mean, I'll be nice and I'll take one from them every once. So I mean, they're only doing a few, and they're not too bad. But
It's kind of like hazing them into it, right?
can we say that these days?
I mean,
hazing it?
We're not a sorority or fraternity. I
Right.
think we're
we
fine.
can
I
say,
don't
we can
care.
say it on this show, but I don't know.
I'm all about being real.
if it's like saying it's one thing, but
So I
Sure,
was in a
I'm hazing
sorority.
you. Yeah.
I was the president of my sorority. I mean, at the end of the day, we did things, but it was things like you said. You make sure from the beginning you're 21, you have a driver. You're making sure that these people aren't getting alcohol poisoning necessarily, right?
Responsible.
So, exactly.
that's more than they do in the military.
exactly.
They don't ask those
Do
questions.
in college,
They don't ask
so-
questions in the military.
Well, that's what I don't know. I always thought it was cool watching. I'm a big YouTuber.
Yeah.
So if I'm canceled Netflix, I'm canceled.
Do you subscribe to Sailor Jimmy podcast?
Yeah. Where's that edit button?
We will after this show.
I will after this show.
That was slow.
Yeah, we should. That one got the brain
We
working.
picked up a new subscriber today.
Yeah,
It's fine.
but no, that's right. Subscribe, Sailor Jimmy podcast.
Thank you for the
legit.
shout out.
So
Look
you
at
sit at
this.
home at night and just go through YouTube videos?
Oh, all morning.
My dad does that.
Yeah, I'll be sitting there working and watching.
Yeah.
I'll be typing
What
up
about
stuff.
TikTok? Are you into that
I
now?
hate TikTok with passion.
Oh, okay. So
I do it
strictly
because
YouTube.
well, TikTok is a huge tool
Yeah.
for any business, artist,
100%.
anything. I mean, my favorite dude on TikTok's that guy that has that car dealership, and he just cusses up a storm and tells everybody they suck and they're
Haven't
broke.
seen that
and-
one.
Oh, it's great. I love it. He's just
check it
real.
out.
And anyway, his business is booming. Like
Yeah.
you see, like if you watch the first video, like he has a bunch of junky cars, and then like by the last video, like if you look behind him in the lot, like there's nicer vehicles and stuff. But no, I always tell everybody like up and comers always, which I'm still an up and comer, but
Right.
a lot of kids starting out, they go, man, what do you? And I say, well, you gotta do it. Like
You gotta
I don't
it.
do it as much because it's not really who I am.
Yeah.
But also it helps if I can post a video and half the people are like,
That's
oh,
something that a lot of you guys have to. I feel like that's how you know you're mature as an artist. Like you just said it. It's not really who you are to be a social media poster. And you probably like TikTok's hard to like my girl Shelby that works with me at Boots for Trip. She's really good at it. I don't know how to make a good TikTok. Okay.
Yeah.
But something that makes me understand you're a mature artist is you're not necessarily, it's not necessarily your thing,
Yeah.
but you know the value that it brings. You know you have to do it because it's going to make your
oh yeah.
business successful. And there's the artists out there that don't understand that.
No.
And it drives me crazy as somebody that actually is a talent buyer and does promoting.
Yeah.
Like it would drive me just completely insane.
Well, I think that's one thing in this industry, and I'm nowhere where I want to be.
Yeah.
But we've done quite a bit in the last 2.5 years.
Right.
And like I said, it's mostly all hard work, friends, and fans. And that's all I care about, but you still have to keep an open mind. And, my biggest thing that I guess irritates me about music in general is how people forgot that there's other genres in the world these days. And like, I was watching a live video and this guy got on and I got on, and it shows you get on live. And he got so excited I was in his live, and I watched for a little. I like to watch. I mean, I like to see what, And then someone asked him a question about, do you think Lady Gaga's talented? And this dude just starts ripping her.
Oh boy.
No, she ain't talented. She's just up there, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, the woman acted before she sang.
Right.
Like, just because
She's
she doesn't
definitely
sing
talented.
Texas country or red dirt or country music, or just,
Yeah.
you
Just
know.
because you don't like the
Yeah,
music.
she's
Or right
definitely
because you don't
talented.
like, she's there. You can't deny one talent. You can't deny hard work. That's what in this industry in Texas music, we there's so many different styles, and you just can't. I tell everybody, like, people get mad that I don't have a fiddle player in my band.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't
want to.
I don't want a fiddle player.
Yeah.
I love steel.
Yeah.
And I love having heavy guitar. I like having, that's my difference than me being me and Randall King.
Right.
Where Randall has, I guess he does have fiddle on quite a bit of his songs, and or Cody, and but you go through there and you get them one people who are like, man, we don't, that's not whatever, that's not country, or that's not this, and it's just like, man,
that's just the world being evil, man.
Well, it's not so much that. It's just, I would say it's more.
No matter, well,
I mean, just
there's
not
like this
open.
perception on what you have to have
Exactly,
to qualify as a Texas country artist. But
it's not just country, and I mean, it's an, I don't know how. I mean,
all
I'm
genres.
a huge rock fan.
Yeah,
that's what you get. Like Avenged Sevenfold was one of my favorite bands growing up,
Good
and
band.
so, but you see how many people don't like Avenged Sevenfold because they're mainstream rock, and it's just like they one of the most talented musicians, every single one of
We
them.
didn't say Nickelback.
I like
Nickelback.
actually
I don't.
do
I'm not
too.
afraid of it. I like Nickelback.
I'll admit it too. I
That-
like them.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's the
Chad
goal.
Kroeger,
Yeah.
whatever.
Bring Nickelback, baby.
Dude, that concert would be like, great.
Just for this, we're either gonna make it big or we're gonna really tank.
Well, we're gonna get shot down. Yeah.
Get Nickelback and Aaron Lewis.
Oh,
That would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
who's headlining?
I guess Nickelback.
I would say probably
Avril
have to-
Lavigne.
Man,
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, one of my favorite concerts, it was Nickelback, Avenged Sevenfold, and
Yeah.
I think Breaking Benjamin.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Well,
Which is also a great band.
yes.
I love Breaking Benjamin.
that's very interesting you say that. But I think that what you're really bringing up is the fact that, and I've noticed this in my career, no matter what you do, there's always these people out there that just love to just irritate and love to just be negative and love to just. It just doesn't. It's always going to be there, man. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
can't,
mean,
you can't
it's like
get
you
rid
can't-
of them. Like,
You can't
I'm
get rid of them,
actually-
and you can't listen to them.
yeah, I'm actually fascinated by the fact that how just the world is these days. It's just how people are just so. I'll give you an example. Okay, when we had to move Clay Walker concert from the Texas Hideout to where we do concert in the country, we're originally going to have it in Hockley. So it was for reasons that we had no control over, right? So so we moved the concert over, and then we started getting these comments on Facebook about, why is it being moved? This is poor planning. Like, people just start going off. Like, they have no clue of anything going on behind the scenes. They don't know what you've been through with the fire marshal, or what you've been through with the reasonings and the stress. You can't sleep at night. I mean, and I like to think I'm a good person. I hope I'm a good person. And here they are just insulting the crap out of my company, my business. I'm a veteran-owned company. They're putting me down. And they have no clue about what's going on.
Yeah.
I've never in my life gone onto a thread on Facebook or any platform and just started commenting rude shit about somebody's shit that I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Right.
And it just baffles me how mean and rude people are these days.
So let me
for
ask
no
y'all.
reason.
Does that fuel you to be better, or does it hinder you?
I stay fueled no matter what. I don't care.
That's a good answer.
If I always tell everybody, if I gave an honest shit about,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be an Asian guy trying to play country music. Be honest with you, right? I mean,
That's true.
I was adopted at a young age, and Dad used to tell me all the time. He said, "Man, I got made fun of just as much as you're gonna get made fun of."
Yeah.
They're gonna make fun of you for a different reason.
Yeah.
He said, it is what it is. People are gonna do what they do. All I try to do, and because that's even when people are like, "What kind of music you play?" I don't even say really country.
Yeah.
I just say I play real music, stuff that comes from here. Like, I mean, that's what
Good
I think
answer.
music started out with, was just being real, and
Being
I
real.
think people need to kind of go back to being real. That's why I don't
Yeah.
get political. I don't get religious. If you want to talk about it off show, like, I'm an open book
Yeah.
about anything. But for me behind this mic, like,
Yeah.
I didn't go to school to be a preacher. I didn't go. I don't. Didn't major in government, nothing like that. I know it. I know how
Yeah.
it works. But for me, it's coming from my opinions, and I think, like you said, it's people don't know the background. People
Yeah.
don't know what people are going through. And keep an open mind. I think we've forgotten how to keep an open mind, and we're so quick to put down each other before we are to think about each other's shoes. And then at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like we all have the same goals to try to live
Right.
a successful and great life and affect as many people as possible. But we tend to forget that putting down somebody that are working his ass off, or her for putting,
Well, they like you said, they jumped to that conclusion so fast because
Yes.
when I responded,
yeah,
then some of them were like, "Oh, I apologize. Like, I should have thought before I spoke." Blah blah.
Right.
And that's the thing. Everybody jumps to these conclusions that it's like people automatically think negative and bad about anything instead of thinking good and positive. Their minds, human nature goes to
The negative
the
outcome.
negative or bad about it.
Well, it's the negative or bad on them.
Yeah.
They don't think like, well,
It's a
crap, I
reflection
hope
of
nothing
themselves.
happened. I hope nothing happened to Boots for Troops, or I hope they're not going through.
Or Clay Walker
or
or
Clay
Valorant.
Walker.
Like,
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
their
what's-
first reaction is, well, I made plans to go to the show, blah, blah, blah. Now,
he just sounded like a Karen there.
I really, it is. And it's on both sides. That's why I don't get, because it's not a Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative thing. It's in general. I've watched, I don't know
really
how many
is.
people, and that's why I say I don't get, because I've watched people on the same beliefs that I believe act like jackasses just as much as the ones on the other side, and it's like, man, like, one of my favorite songs is, right now is Human by Cody Johnson.
Yeah.
And I knew the story behind it before it got cut. And, man, it's true. It's like, man, we just have to kind of just, like, I kind of know it's about, a relationship, but in general, it's, just being able to find being a decent human being again in life. And,
Having good, genuine connection.
right.
That,
I think one of the best ones that I've always hung out with that, we played shows with was Cody Canada.
Oh, he's cool.
That man
he's real
is just loves
He's real down to
loves
earth.
human life.
Yeah.
Like, and cares for it, and I think that's what's cool. And me and him are total opposites. Probably. Well, I say that. I mean, we're decently close, but
Right.
as far as music wise, like I guess you'd say, we're a little bit opposite. But anytime we play a show with him, he's the first one to come out and hang out, say, great show, and
He's humble.
very.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, so somebody told me, one of my mentors said, I used to get really upset about people doing that crap. Like, they would come in on me and I'd be like, I'm punching bag. Back in my young entrepreneurial days, first coming up in the business world, the mean stuff, it would just eat me alive. I could have 1,000 people love me. One person could just knock me on my ass. And this person didn't even matter. But one of my really good friend and mentors, Kenneth Kirchhofer, told me, you got to learn to have alligator skin.
Yeah.
You got to learn that, especially in the world that you're living in and what you're doing. Like, it's never gonna end. There's gonna be people that do it, and you have to learn to have alligator skin and just don't let it get inside of you. Like,
or you have to be smarter than them, and you can sit there and point out. Yes. Oh, dude.
yeah,
I don't mind you talking crap on me, my boys, my team, my friends, but it better not be a stupid remark. Like, you better have, you better.
You're really good on Twitter too.
Oh, I can't be.
Do you come up with your own tweets?
Oh yeah, that's all me.
I'm like, man, these are really good tweets.
I sit back. So same thing. I mean, I've never, we hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. I don't.
Congrats.
Finally last week, and it wasn't nothing like I was like searching for them. It really it is. It's just fans started following and stuff like that. But I hate social. Yeah.
One of your biggest fans is in the,
I know
the studio.
So I'm glad you were able to come.
It's our birthday too.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
21. Yeah. But same thing. Social media, Twitter, TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't care. But every once in a while I'll get a wild hair. I'll just be like, dude, I really just want to say this just because this is something. If you get to know me, what you know me, I'm pretty loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Most people wouldn't think that, like, if they just saw you, right?
Right.
But you're a lot of fun.
Yes.
And speaking of who you are, I've been booking shows in the entertainment business for about 7 years, and I've worked with, this, most of everybody in the Texas scene.
Oh yeah.
Top to bottom. And I had a birthday party 2 years ago, and I was like, man, I'm gonna call some of my friends to come play at my birthday party. So I called up, a couple people, and of course, I don't ever expect anybody to do anything for free. Like, I don't believe in it, and you and I have had this conversation. Like, I'm always going to offer to pay anybody. Well, when I called you and said, hey, man, will you stop by my birthday jam and play a few songs and whatever, you were so appreciative of what I had done for you.
Yeah.
You straight up said, I'm not charging you. I'm going to come do it for free. And you're the only person in the history of ever of me doing this that said, hey, I appreciate what you did for me. Let me come by and do this for you.
Yeah.
I think Jake Worthington did one show for me a long time ago for free as well. But man, that hit me hard. I'm like, man, somebody. Ever since then, I've had nothing but so much respect for you and how humble you are.
At the end of the day, I mean, it's like I said, it's all about the one life to live and how you're gonna affect somebody else and not make it all about yourself.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
that pisses me.
And you helped to pack care packages.
Well, I was gonna say, and I really wanted to get out there and pack care packages because I remember when I was, at the Naval Academy, how much the care package meant to me, and I think it's part of that too. Is like not being, not graduating and seeing my buddies, or even the stories I hear now, from concert in the country, and I do a lot of other stuff with other companies too. That, my trials and tribulations, I guess you could say, are nothing compared to what a lot of the people that the service members and the armed forces and even the ones in poverty here, and unless it's self-inflicted, but
right.
It's my life could be a lot worse, and I think people, and it could be taken away just like that.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's just how can I help out? How can I, and this. It's the money wasn't even a thing, especially like the one you asked me that.
Yeah.
It was like, man, I just want to get out there and pack some care packages, so.
Yeah.
It's just nobody's ever done that, so that was really cool. But
I appreciate you inviting me.
Because I brought 2 tables just because of you.
Yeah, I did, yeah. I forgot about that. You was there.
Well, a lot of people don't look at it from that perspective, and if they did, their life's perspective would change because Americans are spoiled. I'm an American. I love my people, but I've been on the other side of the world. I know the spoiledness we live with, and you bring up a good point by saying life could be so much worse for all of us, even when we're having our darkest days or darkest moments. If we just take a step back and say, well, at least we have a roof over our head, we have food, we can. I've been in places in the world where you can't go down the street and grab a Gatorade from the gas station.
Let's talk about water. It's not free anywhere else.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah, water,
What's what?
plumbing.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
We got
But-
a lot of rights and a lot of freedoms, but a lot of people tend to forget that we still have to work to keep those rights
Exactly.
and freedoms.
That's so true.
Part of that work is caring that we have them. So
Definitely.
it is. Well, I mean, you've seen enough shows. We say it every single show. I still say it that I point out. I don't get religious. I don't get political.
But you appreciate the troops.
But
yeah.
we appreciate the American worker and the American troops because that's why we are even on stage.
100%.
And
Amen.
so it's I think I don't know if I'll ever bring a lot of people together, but we're trying. So
No, man. I think you already have. But your stories, and we haven't really dove into it yet, but your story is inspirational as well. And on the Say the Jimmy podcast, we like to hear people's inspiring stories, and you have one.
Yeah.
You were working in the oil field. You were just a everyday worker going to work, I'm assuming 9 to 5 or weird,
7
crazy
to-
hours.
well, my last job I did was more like 7 to 9.
Yeah.
Like we were doing a lot of. It was out in West Virginia, out in the middle of nowhere.
And you're in the oil field doing like,
I
what
was
was
welding. Yeah.
yeah, welding, like you're doing.
Yeah. Started out
Manual labor.
started out as a helper, laborer, and then kind of worked my way up. Did all kinds of different jobs in between, but.
Well, go take us back to, you said you've been doing this for 3 years. Take us back to how it all got started. You're working in the oil field, busting your ass. When did you find the time to figure out that when did you find out that you had some sort of talent singing?
Well, I've
Listen to
always
his voice.
well,
I'm sure he
Well,
was
right.
like, I
But
bet I
a
can
lot of
sing.
people-
that's why I get
Once
so
other
giddy.
people heard it, they were like, "Oh crap, man!" Like,
Yeah. So when I get so giddy about playing with all the Cody Canada and stuff like that, because that's guys I grew up listening to. I'm just like, dude, I don't even deserve to be on the same stage. Like,
yeah.
But no, I've always mom had me in piano when I was 4. It's part of that little Asian prodigy type thing, all Asian. And
Asian, bro.
she always
spelling bee.
No, I did.
That was racist.
Couple
Cut that out.
times.
Race card.
Hey, no, it's not racist if it's true, right? Yeah.
He's taking a note over there. No, go ahead.
Keep it in. No. But she would always tell me when I was a kid, sports, I was pretty good at baseball and whatever. And, like I said, I went to the Naval Academy. But mom would always say, don't ever put down music because it's going to be the only thing that, even if you just listen to it on the radio, it's going to be the only thing you're going to take left besides, I guess your school. But so I'd always done kind of music. I just kind of put it away for the longest time. And when I started working, I was working for this old man out in the middle of nowhere, Illinois, and I'd bought a guitar at a pawn shop just because I thought it was cool. And he said, bring it over and come play it. And I said, I have no clue how to play this thing, really. I said, I kind of do, I don't. I said, I sure as hell don't know any songs. He said, well, just bring it over anyway. I'm cooking and, just get around. We ended up I don't remember. I think we all got toasted, and I just started making fun of people, just playing chords. And so I kind of always had that. And I was headed down to Conroe, Willis area where I live now, and I was going to take another job down here as a welding technician, and stopped off in Crockett, Texas. Ate at a Tex-Mex restaurant, good old Tata's Tex-Mex.
Crockett, Texas,
Yep.
Tex-Mex.
Yep.
How was that?
It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good enough to
It's
get
called
it.
Tatas.
It
It
is
was
gotta
called
be good.
Tata's, yeah. Yes. Great name. Great.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Call this Jimmy's Tata's podcast.
You can see my tatas.
There
on
you
my
go,
podcast
yeah.
We
sometimes.
support breast cancer. That's why it's called
Trying
Yeah.
to keep it good. Try to wear the loose shirt today.
Well, that's what me too. I was like, man, dude, I'm a. But now, I stopped up in there, and my waiter was kind of cracking jokes, stuff I've heard all my life, and he probably was like, dude, you don't sound at all. He's like, I don't mean to stop you from ordering, but you don't sound at all like you look. And I was like, man, yeah, I get it all the time. I just happened to be
Honesty.
be eating with some friends of mine, and my buddy, I was sitting there with, he goes, man, you think that's messed up? You ought to hear this guy sing. And I don't even know why he said it.
Yeah.
We had just got off a job in I guess we'd worked a few years before in Ohio, but he was the same type. He would want me to bring a guitar out, and he'd cook. And so I knew 3 songs all the way through. That was it. And I told them that. I said, I only know 3 songs.
Yeah.
So they were like, well, I don't care. Go get it and break it out. So right there in the whole bar area, I broke it out right in front of everybody at lunchtime and played all 3 songs I knew. And they were like, man, you ought to come back and play a show. I said, those are the only 3 songs I know. They said, just do it. And I said, all right. So,
We'll book you for 3 songs.
right.
How much does that pay?
Oh, it was actually pretty good.
$150.
It's actually pretty good. He is actually pretty good.
No overhead besides gas getting out there. I'm thinking about just
No
going
band
back-
members to pay?
No band members to pay. I might just go back to it, do it 5 times a week, But they asked me to come back, and I played, and ended up meeting Trevor and his brother, and they said, man, do you write music? And I said, no, I never gave it a shot. And they said, well, just try it. I said, well, I don't know the first step. So I just sat down. I was in a hotel at the time down here, and I said, whatever. So I started writing, putting words to paper or words to iPhone, and I wrote 3 songs, and the 3rd one was Half Whiskey, Half Lonely.
That's my favorite song ever made.
Good.
And I sent it back to Trevor's brother, and he goes, cool, let's take it to the studio. I'll go, cool, don't know what you mean, but yeah, let's go. And we took it up there at Rosewood Studios in Tyler, and Drew Hall and Carrie, they did really, really well on it. And
You wrote Have Whiskey, Have Lonely?
yeah, and then I sent it back to Trevor's brother. And Trevor brother did a little editing on it, but yeah. I wrote
What
it.
was that song inspired by? Have you heard what? It's I love it. It's my favorite song.
It's kind of like I don't know. I kind of try to write analogies where no one really knows. Yeah, I do that a lot.
Is that where songwriting starts?
It can. I've wrote real commercial, I guess you could say too, like
Yeah.
Ice Cold Therapy. When I wrote that song, I was like, this is the dumbest song in the world.
Yeah.
Because I wrote it in like 15 minutes. It's our biggest one.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
but I've got other ones too that probably never see the light of day that I wrote just because it doesn't make any sense to anybody but me. I think sometimes that's kind of the best way to get it off your chest. And
Right.
so with Half Whiskey, Half Lonely, I was like, you know what, like I've had my heart broke.
Yeah.
Everybody, I think I think that's why they love country music because they can relate to that way. But I remember I was going through a really, really tough time, and I'd left and just went straight to a friend's house. And he's like, just stay with me and let's hang out. I said, all right. And it was kind of one of them things where we were partying almost every night, and I was like, man, nothing's really helping here. Like the drinking is not helping. I was doing stuff I probably shouldn't be doing, and I was like, man, this isn't it. And it kind of took it where I think he had some fishing poles, and he lived kind of close to a lake, and I walked all the way down there.
Yeah.
Just told myself I'm taking fishing poles. And I just walked out there, and I can just remember just everything just being quiet. And I kind of just right then and there, I was like, same thing as I've been saying. I was like, man, you've got one life.
Yeah.
Like, quit moping around. It is what it
Feeling
is.
sorry for yourself.
But then I'm looking back on it when I was writing that song. I was like, but it was good to get with friends. It was good to get my mind off things that way too. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what it was. Kind of like a little half whiskey and then half lonely.
love
That's
that
kind of what
song.
that's about. So it was supposed to be meant to me only understanding it, but I think that's best too
I
because then
feel like-
people get their own takes.
Do you think that song kind of was like the segue to?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Without that song,
So
yeah.
Go
Because
ahead.
when you put out a single or an album or whatever, you're supposed to send it off to playlisting these days on Spotify and everything. I had no clue about any of that. So, you know, I think kind of the golden mark down here in Texas is always the 1 million stream mark, and you know, you definitely want always more. But I didn't have any playlisting. I didn't have any help with that song besides the people that started listening, like you and you know,
When you started
family,
playing it
friends.
like Game On and stuff, and the people heard the song, they started listening to it.
And that's what. So when that thing hit 1 million streams, I even posted about it. I just was like, this is all y'all.
Yeah.
Like for y'all to take that, and actually Texas Music Pickers out of Huntsville, they took it too and helped out with it. But it was that one definitely that got the start bigger than it probably ever should have been. So
Man, I'm telling. I've had a lot of debates and conversations with people, not artists directly,
yeah,
but people that follow or are fans of Texas music artists, especially the younger guys coming up. And I've worked with all of them. And there was a lot of buzz and talk about why Cody Hibbard got signed by Red 11. You know, Red 11 called me about you.
Oh, yeah.
I told you about
Yeah.
that. They asked me for a reference on you, and they said, what do you think about this guy, Cody Hibbard? Have you worked with him? And I told them all about you and how I felt. Then they ended up signing you. But there's all these other guys, and they're like, well, how did Cody Hibbard how did he get that fast stream to being signed by Red 11 and so this popularity, all these, you know, millions of streams? It's all about the songs, man. Like, I get in my truck and I may put on Cody Hibbard's song, Half Whiskey, Half Lonely, because I love that song and I like it. I connected with it. If you don't, you want to write songs, to put out songs, that's cool. But if your songs aren't connecting with people,
100%.
if you don't
not
have
gonna go
that, you know, there's one hit wonders out there. If you just have one song that's somebody relates to, and
You're
you
set
can
for life.
you're set for life because you can go play a whole concert and everybody will wait all night long for that last song to be played that you love. And that's what I try to get across to these young guys. I'm like, until you find that song, until you cut that song that is connecting with millions of people, or that's a big hit.
Yeah.
Like you're just going in circles.
Yeah.
And don't cut like Jake Worthington told me, he doesn't cut music just to cut music, which I respected that. He wants to cut songs that people.
You want to cut songs that, and I, you know, because that's the biggest question: how'd you do it? I'm like, man, well, I want to do this with a game plan, and the game plan is common sense.
Yeah.
And like you said, you can put out songs to just, and there are a lot of fantastic writers and artists that put out the music just because they want to put it out, and then it's great. And then, you know, for me, I was just like, well, I want to put out the songs that I would thoroughly enjoy listening, because at the end of the day, I'm just a, you know, dumb music lover.
Right.
You know, where the brainless, like, oh, that's great, I love that, I like the lyrics, I like the production, it's good to go. So with me, it's almost like a 3-step deals where you have to put out songs that people are going to listen to, because that's the hardest part for any up and comer. It's just, you know, I got a white boy name. I know I don't look white, but I got a white boy name, and I'm probably like the 20th Cody in this business.
Right.
So they're gonna go, oh, another Cody. Like they're gonna keep scrolling in this day and age, right? Yeah. So if you can get it on the playlisting or whatever, and that's why Spotify and all them Apple Music helps so much, because if you can get it on playlist, they hear it once, but that's actually pretty good, and they start looking into it more.
Yeah.
Well, then they want to go to shows, so you got to put on a badass live show where they're gonna keep wanting more and more and more, and you know, you gotta know what your fan base, you know, in wants, because, and it all comes back to being real.
Right.
You know, you can go put out a song on TikTok and it can go blow up and stuff like that, but you know, if your fans don't really know who you are, the moment you put out another song that they don't like, you're gonna lose them all.
Yeah.
And I think we're starting to see that a lot more. I think you know, labels and artists in general, they're being able to find that. They put out the one good song, and then they're like, okay, that's me, that's my groove. You know, go from there. But
You gotta have I guess what do they call them, a banger.
a banger. Kids call them bangers these days.
Yeah, you gotta have a banger, and if you don't,
I've yet to find a banger, but yeah,
I think you have a few bangers. But
we got some songs that have done it well.
you gotta, like, I just watched some of these guys, man, put out this music, and they're, I guess during that time they were asking people were talking about how you had made it so fast, and I attribute it to that song as one of the big reasons. But
I'll tell you why, because even in that moment, I still hadn't made it.
Yeah.
And I knew that in my head.
Well, yeah, and that's in your humbleness, man. You know,
yeah.
you working with you come in, you're humble, you're professional. You get some of these guys that are not even as successful as you, and they come in, they want the red carpet, they want all this, they want that, they think they're badasses, and it's like, man, y'all haven't even touched the surface of success in this business, and man, that'll ruin you real fast.
Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm being an asshole.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I think anybody in the business can be, but I mean, it is. It's you know, you want it right, but I'm always open to if there's a better way. I want to hear it, you know, and I'm down to try it.
Keep that attitude, man. Because that's, I mean, I think in life in general, whether you're a musician or whatever you're doing in life, if you keep that attitude, like everybody's always learning.
Right. Oh yeah.
You're always gaining more knowledge. Right, Caitlyn?
Definitely.
I keep waiting for a question over here.
Yeah, Caitlyn, come on.
I
Who's your favorite Cody?
Was,
Who's your favorite Cody?
That's a really hard question right now. Are we talking about music or are we talking about sports?
Music.
There's a lot of Codys.
Music.
Who's Cody in sports?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I was just
I
kidding.
don't really know any Codys in sports.
She's a Steelers fan.
I am a Steelers fan. But, you know.
You know what they say about Steeler fans?
What? That we're amazing and we're hot?
We'll go with that because I really didn't have nothing to say. Yeah. I'll be honest. I think you're the first Steelers fan I've
We're
met,
a banger?
So, yeah,
We're a
we're a
banger.
banger.
Oh, boy. It just turned really dirty in here. We're a big sport. Well, I'm a big sports fan, so we always do a sports segment on the show.
Cool.
Are you a sports fan? Yeah. Who's your favorite team?
In what?
Any sport.
Astros.
Ooh, I'm
Astros
sorry.
fan. I know I grew up in Oklahoma, technically, but there's no sports team at the time until the Thunder showed up.
Yeah.
So everybody was a St. Louis Cardinals fan. So screw this. So, I like the way Astros look back in the.
I love those
jerseys
Space City uniforms.
Yes.
I can't get on them.
Why?
I do not like them.
Why?
I don't know.
They're so awesome.
But everybody's wearing them right now, and
Super trendy.
I wish they'd bring.
I
back
did not buy the
I know
jersey.
they do every once in a while,
Can't.
but
the old like
Yeah.
90s?
the star logo.
Oh, I do love that star logo.
Yeah.
That's actually the jersey that I got.
Was it the blue and yellow ones? I remember like Bagwell and Biggio wearing those back in the day.
Oh, yeah. The Killer Bees.
Yeah.
No.
Astros are off to a rocky start.
Yeah, we're not going
I
to.
mean,
Won last night, though.
Canada keeps like whooping our butt. I mean, and that's
Blue
hard.
Jays?
Yeah.
I know, and every time Springer hits
That's
a home
a-
run,
that's a
I
good
get angry
team, though.
inside. I'm like, man.
They are a good team, but I just like to rag on Canada for a second.
It's weird because they weren't that good last year. I don't know if they had injuries or what, but I know Springer
I think
had
they
some
were
injuries.
developing quite a bit.
But they have Biggio's son. They
Yeah.
have Guerrero Jr.
Yeah.
Now they have Springer.
Yeah.
They signed a couple good starter
Gurriel's
pitching.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary L's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got
they're
some-
gonna be good for a while.
I know I posted in a Royals hat the other day, but I had to. So
Why is that?
we went
You
and
just
hung
like
out-
the hat, or
we went and hung out with them.
Oh,
did you?
nice. How was
the
that?
Royals team?
Well, it was the minor league spring training.
Cool.
So we were doing a private party out there, and then Nick, my drummer, he his cousin works for the Royals.
Gotcha.
So they invited us out, and then it's fun. It's cool. Got good treatment. So
So you're gonna be a Royals fan now?
no,
Okay.
no.
Just making
I'll
sure.
keep the hat though.
Cheating on the Astros.
I don't know it. I mean, there's some. I'm more of a like. I mean, of course, I'll always be a Stros fan, but I'm also like a certain player fan,
Right.
Because
I can see that.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see the work ethic. I want to see that. You know,
guy's big on work ethic.
I am, dude. That's all I talk about.
I have a tweet that I remember that you posted, and it hit home with me. And like I wanted to steal it. It was like if you're not willing to work hard, or you're not willing to put in the time or something like that, like you're never gonna make it with me or something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you meant by that like in your band or in life or what, but
Yeah, there's stuff going on, but it wasn't. Yeah,
It's an
it wasn't
analogy
my band.
that
yeah.
you'll never get.
I love you today, girl. You're on fire. But seriously, here's the hardest thing about. Let's go back to work ethic for a minute because I love to talk about it. It's hard to express yourself to your coworkers or to the people that work for you in a positive way when you're criticizing their work ethic without them getting upset.
Yes.
Because they take it so offensively.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, for me, it's been such a struggle as a leader to, because a lot of, like, you have an employee, right? And they do so many good things, but you also have things they need to work on.
Yes.
But you can praise them a million times. You criticize them one time, they fall apart. And it's like learning how to, and I'm sure you guys have dealt, you're a business owner, you run a band, like, we have to be bosses sometimes. And
Oh, my band hated me
I'm sure.
when I first started.
me
They
a
probably
story.
still do.
Give me a story.
No, it was just man.
You
it
make
was,
them money now, so they're kinda nice.
Well, it was coming off, and that's where me going back to me learning how to be human again.
Yeah.
Coming off the oil fields where you worked 60, 70, 80, 90 hours a week, and then come back to a band where these boys are play music for a living, and you have to be like, and not saying that they didn't have work, because they do. They all, my boys, I take care. I mean, they're my go-to. Yeah. Those are my guys. And I don't keep anyone in my team that doesn't. I wouldn't,
die
for real. Yeah, go for it. And but it was hard for me at the time, and it was a lot on me to remember that, hey, these guys, maybe working 40 hours a week. They're not. Their job might not be as stringent as you showing up a minute earlier and run off, on the whole
40 hours a week, though, that to me, if you want to work 40 hours a week, here's what I tell people. Okay, then you're going to be an average Joe. Okay, the average Joe works 40 hours a week. That's what the average American works. Okay, so if you want to make the average pay, that's fine. I'm not against that. Like, that's fine. But if you want the red carpet demands and you want the big salaries, you want the extra time off, you want all that extra stuff, the nice vehicles, nice home. If all you're working is 40 hours a week, I mean, that's going to be hard to attain.
Even if it's 40 hours in that one job and then an extra 20 working at the house, saying you're just trying to build, something from the ground up. I always say there's always work to be done. And
always.
So for me, like I said, I always had to back up with my, band or whoever was on my team in time and be like, dude, okay, just calm down a little bit. You're expecting way too much. These guys, come from different backgrounds compared to, because I grew up on a big farm too. Dad was the exact same way, and so
you're up at sun.
I'm a lot more, whether it's because I'm getting older or it's because I've mellowed out a little bit. I'm
you look real old.
Dude, that's why I wear the hat real low so you don't see the gray hairs anymore.
But then
you've gotten old in these last few years, Right, yeah. I don't know if because my hair's so dark, I don't know if it'd be a silver fox. Like Jimmy could pass off as
I'm a
silver sloth.
Yeah. Need some just for men.
Oh man.
What how many hours a week do you work?
You're talking about me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm also a mother, so I don't. That really? You want to say something?
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this for a second, because
be real.
I heard somebody say that they were like, one of the comedians. It was one of their sets, because they had this list of like top hardest jobs in the country, and like number 3 was like being a mother.
My favorite. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I respect moms, by the way. I respect.
I have a song called "Ask Your Mother," so I can't. Yeah,
I have a lot of respect for mothers.
I do too.
I just don't think it's one of the hardest jobs in the world.
I still think it's funny that there was another comedian bit where Oprah said that being a mother is one of the hardest jobs in the world, and the guy was like, "Oprah's not even a mom." What?
Oh my God. I still respect that she respected us. Okay.
I mean,
hey,
I respect all mothers.
Look, I respect all. I empower women. Women. I love women. Yes. I walked into my office today after I got back from my bookkeeping meeting with my CPA, and there was 5 women in my office, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of women in here. I'm empowering women. I had Shelby. I had Dallas. I had Lindsay's mom, and then Caitlyn showed up. 5 women, all that work either for me or with me. Oh, Rory, 6. Wow. I'm like, man, I need another male in here.
And then Cody shows up.
I'll shut up.
But all these girls and all these women, and they all love me, and they're all amazing.
I don't know. They all smell better than my band. Go ride around in a van.
Yeah. So what's it like to work with 6 dudes?
Oh my God.
Well, I've done that too in the military, but
well, I was gonna say you were. Yeah, it's a.
Women are more caring.
Put together.
Yes.
If you know me, if you can understand me, like the more that you show me you care about me and love me, like the more happy I am.
Right.
We understand that about men. Trust me. We manipulate.
Oh, here we go. Now let's talk.
So I wanted to say, because you mentioned an average Joe, an average American. How do I sign up to be an average European? Because they get like 2 months off, or like, what they call a holiday. So
you can move to Europe.
It's really hard to get citizenship over there. I've already tried.
Well, keep trying.
I don't know.
Are you offering to send me over there?
I don't know if I have.
I heard it. Mark it down. Save that clip.
Just
we
saying,
can go on vacation over there.
I can take Boots for Troops global.
Well, are we going to serve
Not just
the
care
European
packages.
military?
Ooh.
See, I feel like if you take it global and you still
It's already global, by the way.
Right.
It is, because we
It
send care
technically
packages
is.
everywhere. But that's why I said, if you heard me, not just with care packages. We're going to send
feel like once you
Vulvas?
take the work
Me.
from here over
Vulvas?
there,
Vulvas over
Yeah.
there.
you still don't get the 2 months off.
Hey, you get 30 days off a year in the military paid.
I mean, let's be real. If I'm working for Jimmy Rogers, I probably don't get any
I
time
was gonna
off.
say you probably not.
Oh,
gonna
that's not true.
Yeah, right. You're going to be calling me. Really, Caitlyn? Where are you? Nudist beach? What's happening right now?
I wish I could act that way. Not when you have women working for you.
Why don't you have a big festival at a nudist beach? There you go.
There we go.
Two
There we
birds
go.
solved, right? Or stones.
We can do anything we want to do. It just takes, a little bit of effort and, planning.
You gotta find the nudist beach
The
first.
sponsors at a nudist beach. That would be the best.
What is a
Could
nudist
you
beach?
imagine?
What is a nudist beach?
Have you ever been
Enlighten
to
me.
Vermont?
No.
It's where you just, everyone's nude.
Oh.
Would the artists have to play nude?
Sponsors.
Ooh.
Jimmy would have to be nude,
Well,
announcing everything.
nobody would look me in the eyes.
Can you imagine the three of you sitting on a beach right now doing a naked podcast?
It'd be amazing.
No,
Well, it would be very distracting.
I wouldn't be looking at Jimmy as much. I know that.
The Sailor Jimmy podcast is brought to you by our friends over at Rooftop Solutions. Steven Smolko and his team are the best in the roofing business. If you've noticed roof damages or signs of roof damage, suspect a leak, or have neighbors who've had roof repairs or replacements, chances are it's time to have your roof checked out. Our team of experts will inspect your roof for free and, if needed, guide you through the insurance claim process and restore or repair your roof to mint condition, leaving you with the peace of mind that comes with knowing your family and your largest investment are safe and secure. Give us a call at 832-512-5758. Again, that's 832-512-5758.
Who
I
would you be
think-
looking at, sir? No,
Well, I didn't mean. Like I'd be looking off in the distance. Yeah.
I think we would all make eye contact. I think that's like the whole thing is that you keep eye contact, but I keep looking
Keep
at
eye
your balls.
contact.
You know what I mean?
I'd probably put my hat down even lower.
Here comes, what about you, John?
It would be like that show Naked and Afraid when
Yeah,
they first meet
right?
each other. Everybody's like trying so hard to just put their eyes
Totally.
up. Yeah.
I could be
see-
messing with John the whole time, just be like,
That show trips me
And yeah, and
up,
I'm
though.
staring in a camera.
John would be back there naked, and you'd be like, "Hey, man, you didn't have to. It's all good."
I don't know if we could put it on
Filming naked,
YouTube
you
though.
didn't have to be naked.
It wasn't your.
You're not a part of this.
Have y'all ever seen the movie Waiting?
Oh, who hasn't?
Okay, great. So like when they're doing the whole
Yeah.
goat thing,
Yeah.
that's that could be our new thing.
Let's do it right now. I'm just kidding. Oh, this is a
What
fun
did you
show.
sign me up for?
I don't know. Just lucky you only had one whiskey.
Right. Yeah.
What's your favorite whiskey? Half whiskey, half lonely?
Yeah. Any of them?
That's a good one.
That would actually be a nice whiskey bottle name.
Yeah, I was
sure.
thinking about it.
Any of
I'm
them that
taking it.
don't have Evan Williams in it. I hate Evan Williams.
Why?
I don't know. I just can't do Evan Williams.
Yeah.
I know later on
They're a
this comes up
sponsor
in
of
the
the show.
sponsorships.
They're a sponsor of the show.
Well,
They are
they don't
now.
have to sponsor me. I don't know. I like them
They're
all.
like, we'll give you $1 million to start drinking ours and talking about it.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
still gonna say no?
Yeah.
No, he would not say no to that.
Oh no.
Like,
yeah.
you would
no.
take
I'd
the-
still, yeah.
He would take
And
the
you would
million.
start drinking in it?
I'd whore myself out to Evan Williams.
Okay, Evan Williams, you heard it.
I'd drink it too. With a
Would
smile on my face.
you?
What wouldn't you do for money? This is a good segment. This is what we should go with.
Oh, man. We need to have Jesse Payton on.
I don't know if I'd stare at a Jimmy naked for money.
You'd do that for $10.
$10. Is that your rate these days?
What
was a
wouldn't
long time
I do
ago I
for
needed the money.
Your
Gosh.
rate went up a little bit. Yeah.
That was a long time ago. I needed the money. Oh, man. It's been a fun show today.
It's been good.
What else? Anything you guys want to promote coming up? This is going to air next week, May 10th, if I believe.
You have to ask my question at least.
So right before Clay
Oh,
Walker.
the Cody question?
Yeah.
Okay, if we had you have one of your biggest fans in the studio today watching Dallas.
Yeah.
Wilson. Her and I actually met through you at when you came and played my birthday
That
for
was your
free.
birthday, yeah.
Now she won't leave me alone. She's all my ass and shit.
So now you had to hire her.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
she's like a
She makes good drinks
no.
though.
I love her.
She does. I'm really enjoying this.
And it's a birthday.
Yeah, it's
She Dallas is one of the few people in my life that I can insult and be serious, and she can insult me back, and we can laugh and just move on with our day. And I love that about her. Nothing's ever too serious. But she had a question. We were trying to think about questions we were going to ask you, and she said we want to do a Cody Fest.
Yes.
Like a Cody Music Fest?
There was a tweet going around the Cody Fest, and it showed a bunch of Cody names.
And we were wondering if you were doing a Cody Fest, what Codys would be on it?
Well, Cody Johnson, of course.
Yeah.
Cody Cannon, Whiskey Myers. Cody Canada. Trying to think.
I know one big one you're missing.
Cody Jinks.
Cody Jinks. Bam.
Jinks
That's
would
just
be
think of
on
that lineup, though.
You would
Cody-
just have to have it. I mean,
It'd be
Cody
amazing.
Johnson, Cody Jinks, Cody Hibbard, Cody Canada, Cody Cannon. Man.
yeah.
How much would you, what kind of, what would you pay to see that?
Well, you
What
can put
wouldn't
me
you
like at
pay?
the after party because I would want to watch that festival the whole time.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll let you go
You could be
like
the
first or
opener.
second.
No, I don't want to open. I want to do it at the end. I just watch the whole show, then have to go play.
That would be, that's actually a great idea.
Because then y'all be so plastered, it wouldn't matter what I sound like.
Yeah. Cody Fest.
Cody Fest.
You guys should get together and do that.
Someone ought to. I figured somebody would by now.
I've been saying it for
That's what even Ray Wiley Hubbard said in that song.
Jimmy.
Cody Jinks. Like,
Valor.
two favorite Codys. And,
Valor Entertainment.
Yep.
yeah. So it doesn't even need big sponsors.
I think
Say
I'm going
you
to take
would
this
need a-
over. I'm just going to do it.
Go for it.
I'm telling you, I'm going to do it.
There you go.
You're going to do it?
Yeah.
I'll help you.
I'm going to do it. Just do it. What
Get
do
your
I do
people
today?
to talk to my people.
There you go.
We'll do it at the Astrodome.
Is that even
Astrodome
big
is
enough?
not open.
Well,
It is to put like cow shit.
That'd be a perfect spot for a Cody Fest.
Dude, I snuck into the Astrodome last year when I was at the rodeo. We like opened the doors.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting in there.
Do they actually not even put livestock in there anymore?
No.
Oh, okay, my bad. That's
so
why I made that
sad
joke.
watching all them
Huh?
good games
Retract
growing
that,
up,
John.
the home run derbies and all that.
No, do not retract that, John. Anyways, we're going to wrap this up. Cody, thanks for being here today, man.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it. It's
thanks for
actually one of my more favorite episodes today. Had a lot of
'Cause
fun.
we talk about work the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
how boring
Therapy.
our lives are.
It's therapy,
We
man.
just talk about work.
Caitlyn, thank you for being here
Thanks.
as well as every
Always
other week.
enjoy it.
John, thank you for producing. Dallas, thank you for watching. Shout out to Texrax, AC and Refrigeration.
We love you, Dougie Fresh.
We love you, Dougie Fresh.
Here in Texas, it seems each year the weather's becoming more and more extreme. Heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration maintenance, repair and replacement can no longer be left to your run-of-the-mill contractor. In today's world, you need a company that can provide not only top-notch services, but also provide excellent customer service and is reliable, honest, and professional. Well, folks, we're here to tell you, Texas Refrigeration and AC Services, better known as TX Racks, is the company you've been looking for. Texas-born, Texas-owned, with 30-plus years of experience, TX Racks offers a full range of services for residential and commercial heating, cooling, and refrigeration. If you're looking for the best of the best to handle your preventative maintenance, which will keep your equipment operating efficiently and prevent unnecessary breakdowns, if you're looking for a company that is well trained in indoor air quality to keep your family and employees healthy and happy, if you're looking for a company with integrity, reliability, and great customer service, look no further. TX Racks has you covered. They offer a full range of air conditioning, heating, and refrigeration services, using the most up-to-date technology and training, with a mobile app to keep you informed about the arrival of your technician and the expert knowledge and experience to evaluate the quality of air you're breathing, along with always providing a live professional to take your call. TX Racks keeps Texas homes and businesses warm in the winter, cool in the summer, and keeps all of us covered with the best warranties in the business. Always on time, always dependable. Call TX Racks for all your cooling, heating, and air quality needs. TX Racks is your go-to in Texas. Always ready to rack up on satisfied customers. Call TX Racks today.
By the way, you are sitting in the Texrax cool seat today.
So why my butt feels cool?
So when your AC
It
goes
is.
out, refrigeration,
Call Dougie Fresh.
Call Dougie Fresh at Texrax. Also, shout out to Rooftop Solutions, Scaff North America, all of our wonderful show sponsors, and we'll see you guys next week on the Sailor Jimmy podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Sailor Jimmy Podcast. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform so you never miss an episode. For more information or to connect with Jimmy, check us out on the web at sailorjimmy.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/JimmyRogers34, on Instagram at SailorJimmyTX, and on TikTok at SailorJimmy. We'll see you next time.